The Middle East has once again become the center of global attention. Iran has developed nuclear technology for decades under the official claim of peaceful energy, but many countries fear this technology could also be used to build nuclear weapons. It begins with raw uranium extracted from the ground and processed into yellowcake. The yellowcake is then converted into uranium hexafluoride gas for enrichment. At this stage, uranium gas spins at extreme speed inside a centrifuge. The lighter U-235 isotopes separate gradually from the heavier U-238. One machine is not enough, so thousands are linked together in cascades. Natanz became one of Iran's main centers for large-scale uranium enrichment. The higher the enrichment level, the shorter the path toward weapons-grade material. One of the most sensitive locations is Fordow, an enrichment facility built deep underground. Its underground design makes it far harder to destroy than a surface-level facility. That is why international monitoring is crucial for tracking Iran's nuclear activities. On June 22, 2025, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan were all reported hit by U.S. airstrikes. But physical damage does not automatically erase knowledge, designs, or technical expertise. What alarms the world most is Iran's stockpile of uranium enriched to 60%. It is not yet weapons grade, but it is far closer than low enriched uranium. The higher the starting point, the shorter the technical path toward 90%. This is why analysts focus on breakout time, the speed of reaching weapons-grade material. That is why the bombing did not automatically end fears about Iran's nuclear potential. After the strikes, the biggest question was whether all sensitive materials still remained where it was expected. Iran's nuclear program is not one building, but a connected network of sites and functions. If key components and production capabilities survive, rebuilding can still remain possible. Concern rises sharply when monitoring weakens and the outside world loses visibility. That is why the greatest fear is not the ruins, but the ability to rebuild in secret. Natanz and Fordow are both critical, but they differ in structure, scale, and protection. Natanz has long been one of Iran's main centers for large-scale uranium enrichment. Fordow offers protection by placing sensitive enrichment activity deep inside a mountain. Esfahan matters because it helps convert uranium into the gas needed for enrichment. This program depends on a full chain of facilities, not a single site standing alone. Damaging one critical point can slow the program, but it does not always break the entire chain. As long as material, components, and equipment remain, recovery can still happen gradually. In a nuclear program, the ability to build the machine matters almost as much as the building itself. Recovery may come not only from rebuilding, but from reorganizing the network itself. That is why proliferation risk remains, even after major damage to visible infrastructure. After the strikes, the world faced a harder question: what still existed and where? Without sufficient inspection access, verifying uranium stocks and facility conditions becomes far more difficult. It is crucial to understand that enriched material alone does not automatically mean a finished nuclear weapon. Weaponization requires further steps, including device design, triggering systems, and complex integration. That is why the world remains cautious, even without public proof of a finished weapon. Nuclear capability is not stored only in buildings, but also in scientific knowledge. Years of operating centrifuges can give Iran an advantage in technical recovery. As long as industry can still produce key parts, the program may recover over time. This is why strikes may slow the program without fully shutting down its options. The world remains concerned because latent capacity can survive even after major damage. Technical capability does not automatically mean Iran has decided to build a bomb.
At this stage, political choice matters just as much as technical capability. What happens next depends on Iran's security calculations, pressure, and strategic priorities. Diplomacy remains the main tool for preventing latent nuclear capability from becoming a weapon program. The real danger lies not only in the machines, but in the decision to use them.
Paradoxically, a strike can increase the belief that stronger deterrence is needed. For some in Iran, bombing may reinforce arguments for a tougher strategic posture. The world is now watching whether Iran returns to diplomacy or moves closer to the nuclear threshold. As long as material inventories remain uncertain, global concern will remain high. This crisis is not over because the real stakes go far beyond damaged facilities. Iran's nuclear program was never just about one facility or one explosion. It rests on three pillars: material, technical knowledge, and political decision. As long as those three pillars remain, the possibility of recovery will continue to worry the world. That is why bombing may delay the danger, but not necessarily end it. The ultimate question is no longer only whether Iran can, but what it will choose next.